Eddie Howe leaves Newcastle or gets sacked. I think he wanted to leave before, at the start of when the season ended, as soon as the season ended. But Newcastle United did not want him to leave, and I think they've come to an agreement that it's probably the best time for him to go. Newcastle, let's be honest, their team is getting ripped apart. Every single player that won that Carabao Cup, who was essential to that team, is slowly getting taken and targeted by bigger clubs, such as Alexander Isak, such as Anthony Gordon, who's gone to Barcelona. Eddie Howe is now left. Bruno Guimaraes is incredibly linked with Arsenal Football Club, and that looks like a deal that's likely. Lewis Hall looks to be potentially on the way out as well. They need a great rebuild and a manager within 3.5 weeks. That is when the season starts. This manager needs a crazy turnaround. A lot of Newcastle fans are thinking they'll be in a relegation battle. Hopefully for them, they're not. But I don't. You can't argue with them. It's not looking good for Newcastle Football Club. They need, at this point in time, insane recruitment, because their ownership was supposed to allow them to bring in the top echelon players, but I don't know what's going on, because they jumped from relegation all the way to top 4, top 5 Champions League ties against Barcelona. And they were actually doing well in the Champions League at a certain point in time. But now that looks like they're slowly going apart. They need to build the fundamentals. They need to build a good spine in the team. And they need to get a solid manager in. Sort of like what Liverpool had to do. Getting rid of Slot, bought in a Riola, a proper footballing style, and a manager who's got a proper backbone and he knows how to run a football club. It might actually be a good thing that Eddie Howe has gone. Although it can be similar to the Moyes situation, where if he leaves, they could be struggling and they may end up getting relegated. Eddie Howe's been in that job a while, so some fresh voices may lift the players, is the only thing I'm thinking. Now we're going to end on Vinicius Jr. and it's been said that he doesn't want to leave Real Madrid. So for every Premier League club, we can now celebrate. Because Arsenal were looking at Alvarez, Bruno Guimaraes and Vinicius Jr. all in one window. They were going to splash the cash, 500 M's with massive wages. So for now, that's not happening. He wants Real Madrid and they're confident he'll sign a new deal. I'm guessing worst case, even if they can't get him to sign, they'll still go into the last year of his contract. So it's a good sign for the Premier League. So we can celebrate. Yes! Because Arsenal won't have a one-way ticket. If Vinicius Jr., Alvarez and Bruno Guimaraes come to Arsenal, to the Emirates, we're all cooked.